Looks like I'm black. I always play 3/4s, so I thought today I'd change it up and try 4/4s and see what happens. Okay, so guess I'll play high. Try and maybe go for a influence kind of game. Yeah, let's go high again. Never seen this. I know this works when it's a 3/4. Not sure if it works with a 4/4. And I honestly don't know any 4/4 Josekis, so we'll have to see. This one, I believe, I can just Atari this way. And then if he extends, then I can Atari here. And then I can capture the 2 stones, and it should be fine. He has a weak group that needs to make a base. And this, I think, is just it's too slow. If he goes here or here, I should be able to capture first. And he does have some potential here. He didn't respond to this move, but I think I'll just go ahead and approach. Just kind of keep that theme of high. Okay, so I could have connected, and then he would have made a base, and if he didn't, he would have had a weak group. But playing something over here is worth more than connecting here. So either way, he probably should have lived, and it's probably bad to expect him to Tanuki. This side, not very big. He has a strong group here that's pretty much 100% alive. So any group I play over here is probably going to get attacked. So I would rather push him into this side, and then I'll take the left side. Actually don't know what this is. I can capture it. Not sure if I like this side or this side. This side's better for capturing, so I think I'll start with this one. And then if he connects and I capture, he needs to make a base. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. So I'm pretty happy to just live here. He lives with like 2, maybe 3 points. And I get influence all over the board. Okay, yep, still not sure what this is. He can play here. I think I'll go here just to prevent his Atari. And then that makes him a little bit weaker here, but not really sure if I want to attack because he is pretty strong here. I think I'll just make a base because this peep, it looks pretty annoying. Which he's going to play it anyway, but now that I have this here, if he goes here, I'll just let him connect. And then I have some cutting points, so we'll defend the cutting points. Okay, we'll capture. He really wants to kill me, I think. Yeah, that's... I don't know what that is. This group should be okay. It's out to the center, has lots of space. I might just kind of press him down a little bit and just give him the points here. Of course. Yeah, I'll just try and connect. He can try this, but I don't think that does much. And if he cuts me, he has lots of cutting points. Yeah, I'm not sure. Push once more. He can go here and cut me. Okay, well, now he can't. Okay, but now I can just capture this in a ladder. He has a weak group. I'll push here and then just go down because there's a cut here. And after I just surround him. Okay, I'm pretty happy to just connect my 2 weak groups together. Now it's pretty much alive. I don't have to worry about him. And this still has weakness. And then he has a weak group here. I wonder if they play worse against 4/4s. Because so far it's like this. I know 1-downs aren't very good, but I expect them to be a little bit better. Okay, so I could play here, which is good for points, and if my group was weak and not cut off here, I would probably play here because I would want to make my group stronger. But since I already have this group cut off, I kind of want to go for the center. So if he runs this way and connects, like I don't really mind because I'm getting influence across like this entire quarter of the board. Here he has quite a bit of weakness cuts, and yeah, that doesn't really help. Okay. I think I'll just take the corner. Okay. Yeah, I'll just cut and extend. Even if he does capture the corner, which he can't, it's not very big. And now he has to crawl on the first line here to live. Can he do that? I guess if he goes here, he can go here. So maybe, but now there's a pretty nice squeeze I can do here. And try and connect Incente. Because if I fix my cutting points here, then I'm really not worried about anything happening over here. And yeah, he still needs to live. So yeah, even if he can push out here, he can't 100% get out. Yeah, I'm not sure. So I think he just killed himself. So when I push here and here, it's an Atari. And in the corner, you need 6 stones to live. Okay. So he does reduce my center here, but the corner's probably dead, and yeah. I don't even know what's bigger, because I think I can just go here and kill, because I can throw in, which I guess I might as well do. But then if I play here, then this whole thing is cut off. I'm just gonna surround. And if he makes a base, then I capture this, which is more than big enough. And this should just be one eye. Yep. If he goes here, I can block, because if he pushes, it's an Atari, I think. Yeah, just fix my cutting points. Now he for sure needs to connect here. He made me stronger here, so now if he goes back and connects, this gets weak. But yeah, I'm not really sure why this. I think I'll Atari once, because now if he cuts, I can do a ladder. Or even just kill this. Yeah, I'm really not sure. Anything really works here. I guess he's trying to kill me before I kill him, but like this just lives. And if he connects here, then I connect here, and then it's very easy to kill it. I still have this, so now I can just kill the center. And peep. So I don't think he has a good way to connect here. So yeah, even if I cut here, he Ataris, I go here, he can't cut me off. And my group should be connected and alive. Maybe you can start like a capturing race, but I should be able to win it first. Okay. I'm just gonna defend cutting points, because at this point, capturing all of this, and then I have this, there's no way for him to catch up on territory. So I don't really care if he lives here. I'm just gonna try and simplify the game and let him live, and try and make everything very, very simple, which he's kind of helping. Not sure what he's going for. And then cutting points, so I just need to defend those. So when they try stuff like this, it's really all just about, like, you don't even really care anymore about attacking. It's all about just defending, and then they're just gonna kill themselves. The only time it really works is if you just keep trying to attack, or you keep not defending, and then they can come back and win. But he did resign. I'm actually very surprised he resigned. I was expecting like all of this to just get filled up with dead groups. But that was a short game, so I think I'll go ahead and try and get another one. And we'll try 4/4s again. I got white, so it should be different. I'm not sure. Normally I'd play this, but I think with 4/4 I don't want to cross opening. Okay, so 4/4s versus 4/4s. This one, center is kind of neutral because we all played 4/4s, so I can start going for a little bit of points. Oop, old Joseki. Okay, and now there's two ways to do it. We can approach this one or this one. This one, we're kind of building our own areas, and this one is reducing his. I think we'll go with the build, because I think that's just a little bit easier. And I like to play the shoulder hits. It's kind of just reduces the center, reduces the side, and they're pretty light. So even if they spend a bunch of moves trying to capture it, like you still get to benefit from that. And then we just jump here. I'm not sure why this one. The corner was already pretty safe. I'm just going to play nice and defensive because I kind of have the potential all over on this side. And he can 3/3, so I'm okay with him jumping in there. And then I'll keep growing the center. Or if he does this, then he gets a weak group, and I'm going to make points on the left side instead. And he has to figure out how to live. Yeah, I'll go ahead and block because I want to try and keep him as weak as possible. Not really worried about killing, but if he has to spend extra moves living, he's making me stronger, and I probably should get Sensei. Okay, so he attaches. Again, just try and keep everything connected, keep him as weak as possible. Yep, there is a cut there. We're not going to be greedy and be like, I'm going to cut you and kill the center. We're just going to simply defend. Probably not this one, because if he blocks here, then there's an Atari. So if we connect here and he blocks here, then it's Gote. And then we can push through here or Hane here. We could Hane here and then he has 0 eyes. But if he plays here and connects, it should still only be 1 eye. So instead, I'm just going to keep taking the left side, playing high, so his group still has to figure out how to live. And then this is not very good because now he has 2 weak groups, and he's just going to have to figure out how to live with both now. So I'm just going to try and take his base away. And then this group could potentially get weak with this push, because then there's this weakness here. So I'm going to peep here. And there's 2 ways I can go. This should be okay, but I can either add an extra move here to defend, but then he has an easier time connecting. So I think it's preference. I feel like this group should be strong enough, so I will go ahead and defend. But if you're worried about this group, then you can also jump this way. And then, yep, just going to defend it now. Make sure it's alive. Okay, I don't want to let him just connect so easily. So if he captures the 1 stone, that's okay because that's only 1 eye. I will peep here. And then if he pushes, there is a cut here. So we're going to try and fix that cut in Sente. Okay, we can extend. So now when he pushes, we block. There is no cutting point. And now 2 weak groups. So we can try and surround, I think. Or just jump. Jump is simple. So I think we'll try that. Because eventually he's going to have to live here, and eventually he's going to have to live here. And we'll go ahead and keep jumping, because we're reducing this side now. Okay, he peeps. So now he's very busy, because he's trying to live on this side as quick as he can, because then he wants to go back and defend over here. But as he's doing that, he's making me stronger. He's giving me more points and more potential on this side. And like even if he connects here and I connect, like yeah, I'm just gonna connect solidly here. So now this is almost points now, and he's still not 100% alive. So he goes here. It's almost alive. So we'll go ahead and leave that alone. And now this group is weak, so I think we'll just kind of cap because he made us so much stronger here. And now he has to struggle to live here, which if he struggles this way, we're going to get really strong on the outside. We don't want to make it too easy for him, so we're going to stop him from getting this eye. Yep, stay connected. Stay connected. Even if he cuts here, there's really not much he can do. If he Ataris, I guess he can squeeze, but he shouldn't have enough liberties. And if I was really worried about the squeeze, then I could even just play here. But we should have just more liberties. Okay, and then just connect. So if there's a co later, there's no co threats here. Then yeah, he still has to figure out a way to live here. And as he's pushing out and trying to cut and get out, we're going to get really strong in the center here, which we can then use to reduce the top side. So like here we can peep. And then we can connect this way, which again is damaging this, but he has to live here, so he has no time to really defend this. So we're going to go ahead and just Hane here. So now the top side is reduced. His group's not alive yet, so I'm going to go ahead and capture this, because if we get to block here, then this is dead. And yep, he goes there, we block. So now he's living here really small. Actually, I don't even think he's alive. I think he's dead. I think he had to go here, and then when I go here, he can go here, and then he can live. But when he connected, he's dead. Okay, and then he resigns. And even here, if he added a move and could live, then I could just connect here. And then there's still cutting points here and peeps. So even this is not 100% alive. And that was just because he let this get weak, and then he created another weak group. And then because of that, one of them was going to get into a lot of trouble. And even if they all lived, they were all going to live small. That was another quick one. So I'll play one more. Okay, looks like I'm wide again. We'll go with the same. Interesting. We're just going to take our corners. This, I think I can still even get a ko here. He splits. Okay. So this is probably the weakest area because he has lots of stones here and he has stones here. So I'm going to just defend this corner. Not sure what that is, but now I'm going to take away his base since he didn't take his base. Okay. And yeah, I'll just defend this corner. What he probably wants me to do is try to invade this or jump in here, and then he's probably going to attack. But I'm just going to take points. And now he has a weak group here. So we want to try and keep it as weak as possible. So we're going to just keep pushing. Yep, we can block. Corner should be fine. Even if he clamps here, it will should be okay. And we could play here to keep it weak. But I think I just want to try and grow the top side. Not sure which one is better. I don't know. This one feels good, so we'll play it. He just jumps in. We want to defend the corner. So he has another weak group. So now that this is weak, now I might consider playing this and Hane, because then he has two weak groups. This one he can clamp, but when he clamps and connects under, that's like 0 eyes. And yep, just stay connected. He can run out this way. And now he has a weak group. So now I want to make this group weak so that I can try and do a splitting attack. Okay, so he pushes, but when he goes here, I go here. And I'll connect. Okay, so he's trying to live. but he has to add another move here just to get the one eye. If I go here, I'm helping him turn this into an eye, so we're just going to jump. So later I can throw in here, and then that's no longer an eye. So he has two weak groups. I don't want to let him connect too easily. So just going to jump and just kind of try and split it while staying as strong as possible. So now I have one weak group, but he has two. So no matter which way he pushes me, he's hurting one group or the other group, and all I have to do is focus on living. And there's lots of space here because these are all pretty low. I'm not sure why this one. I guess he wants to go here and he can squeeze. And if he cuts, there's some issues here. I think we'll just play solid and defend. And peep. Because again, we want to try and keep this as weak as possible. If I push here and Hane, he only has one eye, but we have a weak group, so we're just going to focus on living first. And then if he doesn't defend, then we'll go back and do something. Okay, so he defended. No longer really interested in this one because he's Kanatari, he can almost get out, so just keep defending and also putting pressure on this group again. Okay, there is a cutting point here, so we want to defend that. If he Hanes, it doesn't really do anything to me. Still have a weak group here, so just gonna keep defending it. Okay, stay connected. And yep, stay connected. If we get to push here, it's pretty big, but if he goes here, it's not that big for him. So now we can jump, I don't know, somewhere over here, because maybe we can extend, and then this group has to pay a little bit of attention, or it can die. But yeah, once he plays here, it's pretty much already alive. So now this is pretty well defended, I think. So I think we'll just try and get some points. And this is not 100% alive yet. We'll keep jumping because we want to stay connected. Because we can still throw in here and get rid of the eye here. And then we can push a few times. I guess he doesn't want me to connect. But we'll just stay connected. So if he captures, we're still connected. If he pushes, we block. It's really not much there. It's kind of small. So here we can just start in-game. Or we can try to invade and see what happens. This one, we did get a little bit stronger here. So I am curious if I attach here. There's probably some stuff I can do because I can just kind of run to it. Or I can live in the corner. And then if we can kind of run out here, then this is looking a little bit weak. So we can reduce. These get cut off. But we're not going to try and attack right away. Our main goal is we have a weak group, so we need to defend it. Yep, we can block. So this is already good for us because we had some weakness in the corner here. But now that he has to live, he has to play all of these forcing moves to try and live, which is going to make our corner stronger. Yep, so we can play here and then get out a little bit faster. So now if he cuts, we can just Atari and connect. This one isn't looking very good for him because he has to cut here, but there's some weaknesses in the corner, and now there's some weaknesses here. Yep, lots of cutting points, but I guess he just really wants to kill us. The ladder shouldn't work because, again, we have all these stones in the center. Okay. I'm just going to keep extending because this is important. So if we try to do something down here, there's weakness here and here. Okay. And yeah, now I'm going to go here because then I can Atari go down. If he blocks, then there's some weaknesses over here. I think I'll Atari first, though. Try and make this group a little bit stronger. And jump. But you can tell attacking is probably one of his strengths. I do feel like he got a lot better when he had something to attack. But he still has lots of weak points. Okay. We'll go ahead and Atari. And we can go down. And lots of weaknesses over here. So maybe we can get an eye here. If he does a ko would be okay. I think I can almost just live because of this. So if he goes here, yep, we'll do this one. So then he has to go here, and then he can't play here. So we have at least one eye here. Okay. Yep, we'll make the one eye. And then now we just have to make an eye over here. Which this group is pretty weak, so it doesn't seem that hard. Because yeah, he has to go here if he wants to kill, but then there's a cutting point. And we're strong on the outside, so we're not really worried. And we do have quite a bit of liberties. He has to be careful with this Atari too, because then he has to worry about this dying. Okay. Yep, I'll extend, because yeah, he has to worry about his liberties. In fact, I could probably just squeeze. So this is hurting him, because now there's an Atari here. So he has to defend if he wants to kill me. But if he defends, then I can run out here. I can try and squeeze. And this only is working because we had this strong group in the center. Like if this group was weak, then we're in quite a bit of trouble. But when you have this nice wall here, it kind of makes any fighting to your advantage. Okay, so he tries that one, and I'm just going to go ahead and make sure I'm alive. I kill this. Maybe this gets into trouble, but I think we can just run here. There shouldn't be any cutting points, because even if he can cut, he needs to live still. And if he goes here, I probably just extend, because then that's only one eye. Here we'll stay connected. Yeah, nothing I can do. But this is good enough for me, because I killed this, I got more territory, I'm alive, and I get Sente. So we can go and start in-game. Which, this one's now pretty big. And he's pretty much alive here, so I can go ahead and just start Atariing stuff. And block. Just try and turn everything into points. This one's pretty big. Okay, he played it. It's pretty good. Yep, that's pretty big. My corner should be fine, but I wouldn't be surprised if he tries something here. So when they invade like this, you normally just want to try and make one eye, because then it's one eye versus no eyes. So I'm going to play here to try and turn this into an eye. And then I want to keep that eye, but I can also stop him from getting eyes. Either way here, I think works. This one seems a little bit easier. Okay. I guess he did get some in-game here, so not terrible for him. But he did lose this Sente. So maybe it was bad. It's hard to say. Because he got extra points here because he was able to Hane and connect in Sente, but then he lost this connection in Sente. Because now when he goes here, he has to connect. I can turn. And now it's just back to more in-game. I think I can kind of play these in Sente because lots of weaknesses there. And yeah, we'll just fix our cutting point, makes the corner a little bit stronger. And really not much left. Like, this is pretty big. He can play this in Sente, but he just resigns. Because yeah, if we estimate score, it says I'm ahead by about 58. But that's because this didn't really make points because it was a weak group. This didn't really make points because it was a weak group. He tried really hard to kill this, but he did it with weaknesses in the corner, and the outside was strong for white. So he didn't really end up with very many points. But if I messed up a little bit, I probably did, because this could have probably died. I just kind of got lucky, but that luck came because he didn't leave. He left me weaknesses behind. And but yeah, I think that's about it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time.